Hey Gemini, EverlongMystic here. So today I'm going to get you a reading and we're going to start off with a card from my Divining Poets deck. Each card has a little excerpt from William Butler Yeats. And the card that came out for you, I'm going to read the excerpt here. It says, the best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. And the first thing that came to my mind when I read this was like an example would be like at work. Let's say there's people at work and there's some kind of promotion coming up. A boss has to decide who to promote to a manager or something. Now the people that are the most passionate and intense about I want to be the boss of something. You know what I mean? Like those are usually the people that are the worst candidates. Um, it's usually like the best candidates are usually the people that don't want that position at all. So that's kind of like what I'm getting from this here. So we're gonna pull cards on this and see what you need to know about this. So I don't know if there is someone in your life that is really pushing something, like whether it's an agenda or I don't know. It seems like there's something going on. So for Gemini, another thing about that passionate intensity, I do well I can see that being just a resistance to change. You know, like being kind of like some people are kind of passive with change. Not many, but some people are passive with change. They're like, yeah, man, that's cool. You know, let's change it. Sounds good. And then other people are like, oh my god, freaking out. You know what I mean? All right, we have Chariot. So change. Maybe I'm onto something here with the change stuff. Because the Chariot can definitely be a card of change. At least it's movement, you know. And it does hint at a victory of some sort. We have the Lovers. I do like that there is a magic flying key. It's always a good sign, Gemini. Oh wait, aren't you the Lovers? Are you the Lovers, Gemini? Is that you? Okay, so we have Three of Wands here, which is kind of like that planning for the future. So I really see that you're trying to make a move here. It's like you're trying to make a move with something, but there is some kind of navigation, and I don't know if these, like it says, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. It's almost like there are people or situations in your path that you have to kind of navigate around, but they're not roadblocks. There's just maneuvering required of you, and you'll be able to easily identify them by that passionate intensity. It's almost like someone like trying to convince you, like what's that quote? Gosh. Something like he or she doth protest too much, like it's like someone trying to convince you to go the wrong way, but they're trying too hard. You can totally figure it out though. You're freaking Gemini. I mean, you can figure it out. You're so good at reading between the lines. I don't even see these as being obstacles for you. There's a lot of Gemini smarty pants out there. Ooh, look at this. So we have Ace of Cups here. It's like, yeah, you're gonna you're gonna easily find your way, navigate your way because you have this. I mean, it's like you're holding this knowledge right here. It's like this figure is holding a book, and what does it say on the book? Projects of virtue. Oh, projects of virtue. So there's a book of virtue here, and it's funny because it says the best lack all conviction. I want to say the best in this quote here is referring to you, Gemini. It's like you will have the best success navigating around these passionate intensity pockets that are just there to distract you and to get you to go in the wrong direction. But you have this book of virtue here that's going to get you to this Ace of Cups. And see, even this even this Ace of Cups is a little bit deceiving because Ace of Cups, it's like normally it's like bright sunshine and it's beautiful and the cup is magnificent and everything is yay, Ace of Cups. Even this card is, it's kind of deceiving because there's dark clouds and there's rain and oh, you don't want to go there, Gemini, do you? No, look how stormy it looks. You better turn around. It's like another one of those little tricky passion pockets that you're like, no, 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 like you're being, it's weird. It's so weird that it's like you're being discouraged from going somewhere that you need to go, but you know better. You know better. I feel like this message is supposed to be a message of confirmation for you in case you were doubting, in case you were doubting something about where you're going, what you're doing. Because I don't really see like this as a huge amount of advice for you or predicty futury stuff. It feels more like these are confirmations for you. Just so, I don't know, to restore some confidence perhaps with this key here. You've got two cards, like you've got the key, right? And here you've got the book. You've got the key, you got the book. Those are like the key and the book, like in Lenormand, are like pertinent information. Like you have it. All right, what else for Gemini? Knight of Cups. See, this is you hesitating. This is you hesitating. You see this Knight of Cups? He's about to go through, like whatever this is, this gateway, this arbor, whatever. And he's like, well, let me just take a quick look back. Let me just take a quick look back and make sure, do I really want to go in there? I'm like, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do, Gemini. That is just a little hesitation. And it could also be, but just because of all the blue, the whole blue communication throat chakra thing, it could just be you kind of putting someone in their place. Like, like those little passionate pockets, those things that are meant to distract you or steer you in the wrong direction. This could be just like a shush. Like, shush, y'all, I'm going. Ooh, the tower. And I love this tower because it's super confusing, like an MC Escher house or something. Yeah, and this is totally you. I mean, it's right underneath you, right, Gemini? It's right underneath you. And this is navigating what could be from the outside seen as something super confusing, but you have the key, you have the book. You're getting, it's like you are being able to notice more and more these little distraction pockets, and you're like, no, I know exactly where I'm going and I know I'm supposed to go there and you can't fool me. Ooh, look at this. We have strength. Oh wow. So okay. So with the strength, this strength card here, you see how the figure here that is wrestling this dragon is wearing a mask, and it's funny because I just finished watching this series called Grimm, and in one of the episodes, there was um there was a person who makes these masks, and it's like in the episode, the mask can, there's certain ones that were magical or whatever, and if the person wears the mask too much, the mask fuses to their face and they can never take it off. You know, kind of, oh my gosh. So because that's coming through right now for me, I feel like there are times when you, just during these navigations through these little passion pockets or distractions or whatever, that you will have to assume a guise that is not 100% you, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't become a habit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, I mean, because it's the strength card, right? Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. You're completely capable, and because you are Gemini, you have that ability to. I would think that Geminis would be very good actors too, because you have this ability to relate to people. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could totally see you donning different masks just to kind of get around some of the, things that you're maneuvering here. But just don't wear them too much. So these came out together, the Page of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords, that's of course that ending, right? But it is that it's the scary moth or the scary butterfly. So what's that about? Because it's coming out with the page, which is kind of like that, it's like a novice energy, but it's kind of that new idea, right? A new idea. I almost wonder that because these are supposed to be related here to the Ace of Cups. I'm not quite getting it right now. Let me just soak it in for a second here. It's something to do with a new idea that in regards to this Ten of Swords, in regards to things that it's like in regards to things that you think you can't do, you think you're not capable of. Because there's fear here. It's not just ending something, but there's fear. Is it fear of success? There's an awful lot of yellow. You got a lot of yellow on both of these cards. Yellow can be a color of confidence, success, right? Maybe that's why the strength card came out for you. I don't know if some of you aren't quite believing that you're able to navigate all of this. You're able to have that victory. You're able to go where you need to go. But these are coming out right underneath the Ace of Cups, which is your cup. This is you, or this is for you, and somehow it is being disguised as something maybe a little frightening. And with this page, it's like it's, page energy is novice energy. It is, but it's also fresh energy. So, and just because we were talking about, putting some masks on, like too much, like having it become maybe a habit or something, and to not go there, right? Not let it become a habit. This could also be a message with the page about not letting, like, making sure you stay frosty. You know what I mean? Like, don't, like, be open minded. Kind of like when I was talking about the change thing, where a few people are pretty open minded, pretty cool with change. They're like, yeah, man, I'm cool with that. And other people are like, no, stop changing everything. I resist, or you know what I mean. So it could kind of be a little ode to that there, to just make sure you maintain this fresh, like a fresh, open mind, so that this when you get to this Ace of Cups here, it won't seem so daunting. It won't seem so daunting. Okay. I really like this message, Gemini. It was very. This was actually very cool to read. There was it's like some unraveling going on here. All right, you got this. Totally, you could totally have this, Gemini. All right, watch out for those passion pockets. And thank you for being here. Thank you for embracing your inner mystic. And I will see you later. Bye, Gemini.